Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. My friends, sit back, relax, and this is going to be a really good video. Today's video is going to be who will challenge the Miami Hurricanes in the 2026 from the ACC. Now, we're talking about a Miami Hurricanes team and Coach Mario Cristobal that in 2025 turned a lot of heads. Okay, we're talking about a Miami Hurricanes team making it all the way to the national championship. Obviously, it did not go their way with Indiana prevailing in that game, but nonetheless, I don't think a lot of people had Miami making it to the national championship game. I know I didn't. Okay, I had my Buckeyes. In fact, I predicted my Buckeyes would have knocked off the Miami Hurricanes in the playoffs, but unfortunately, it did not go that way. And what a run it was for Miami, finishing 13-3 and beating some darn good football teams to get to the national championship. Upending Texas A&M, at the time, a undefeated Aggie team, beating them 10-3. And we all know Miami upending the Ohio State Buckeyes in an upset. Buckeyes were 2. Miami Hurricanes were the 10th seed. And the Canes knocked off my Buckeyes 24-14. My hat's off to Miami. It was a well-deserved game. And then Miami facing off with a very, very good Ole Miss Rebels team. And Miami also prevailed, making it to the national championship game. But my friends, here's the kicker for 2026. And Coach Mario Cristobal understands this, that Carson Beck and Ruben Bain Jr. are officially moving on to the next level, and that would be the NFL. Now, we're talking about running back Mark Fletcher Jr., who will be returning. Now, we're talking about Fletcher Jr., running back last season for the Canes that rushed for over 1,000 yards and 11 rushing touchdowns. This is a very good running back, my friends. He has it all. Speed, power, can catch the ball out of the backfield. Very talented running back for the Canes. And let's not forget wide receiver Malachi Toney, also returning for this up-and-coming college football season for the Canes. Now, my friends, I've always said this. Anytime you are returning a standout running back and a standout wide receiver from the year before, look for that team to have a very successful campaign. And now it gets even better. You might say, who will fill the spot to take over at quarterback with Carson Beck moving on to the NFL? Well, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be transfer from Duke Blue Devils, and that is Darian Mensah. My friends, this young man's a real deal, and Duke is going to miss him big time. Last season for Duke, Mensah passed for 3,975 yards passing. 34 touchdown strikes, only 6 interceptions, and he also completed a very impressive 67% of his passes. Now, this will be the young man Mensah that will be throwing to Malachi Toney, the standout wideout for the Canes, and also a few other talented, skilled set position players. So, my friends, I have to ask you once again, who will challenge the Miami Hurricanes in 2026 from the ACC? Will it be ACC champs from last year, the Duke Blue Devils? Duke ACC champs, finishing 9-5. And we all know Duke knocked off the Virginia Cavaliers in the ACC championship in overtime, 27-20. Duke finished 6-2 in the ACC? Or will it be the Virginia Cavaliers, a splendid season last year, going 11-3 and 7-1 in that ACC conference. Clemson, Dabo Swinney finished 7-6. Pitt finished 8-5 in the season and 6-2 in the ACC. You know, my friends, could it be SMU, who will be returning standout quarterback Kevin Jennings? SMU last year finished 9-4. How about Georgia Tech? Georgia Tech last year finished 9-4, 6-2 in that ACC. Now, we're talking about a Georgia Tech team that, yes, they will be missing Haynes King and Jamal Haynes, that they are both off to the NFL in the draft. So, my friends, this is going to be a conference up for grabs, if you ask me. Now, for me, I know some people, we all know that James Franklin, who I like, who's a very good coach, is moved on to coach Virginia Tech. Now, last season, let's be honest, Virginia Tech did not have a good year at all. I think Virginia Tech won something like 3 games maybe. Okay, it was a horrible year for Virginia Tech Hokies. But wherever Coach James Franklin goes to, he wins. Okay, he turned Vanderbilt around. He had a splendid record at Penn State. Let's not forget this, my friends. In 2024, James Franklin was a game away from making it to the national championship. We all know that Penn State had that lead against Notre Dame in the fourth quarter and ended up losing that game, okay, by 3 points. And a team that I also forgot to mention that deserves a lot of respect is the Louisville Cardinals, coached by Jeff Braun. Last season, Louisville finished 9-4. Louisville also has won 28 games over the last 3 seasons. That's very impressive, my friends, if you stop and look. That comes out to about an average of, obviously, 9 wins a year. Louisville is a very good football team. I could see the Cardinals challenging the Miami Hurricanes. And let's not forget, the Cardinals beat Miami last season. So, my friends, it's going to be a very interesting year, without a doubt. Do I see Dabo Swinney contending, going against the Canes and challenging them? Not really. Excuse me. Not really at all. No, I don't. Okay, Clemson had a very disappointing 2025 year. Very disappointing. You know, a lot of your ESPN sports writers had Clemson possibly getting to the national championship last year. And what a joke that was. Clemson finished 1 game above 500, my friends, 7-6. And they were lucky to even have that record last year. Just a horrible year for Coach Dabo Swinney. And I think something like to begin the year, Clemson was ranked, I believe, something like 4th in the country. Wow. Wow. And then for them to be ranked 4th in the country to start off the 2025 football season and then to only finish 7-6, very down year for Clemson, big time. Like I mentioned, then you look at Pitt, okay? Pitt finished 8-5, 6-2 in the ACC, but my friends, let's not forget this. Miami went into Pitt and blew the doors off of the Pitt Panthers, okay? Just saying. And another team I might have to mention, Wake Forest, okay? We're talking about a Wake Forest team that won 9 games last year. Notable wins over Virginia and SMU. Both teams that did very well. And also against SEC foe Mississippi State in the bowl game. And Mississippi State, you know, they came from the SEC, a very, very competitive conference. And for Wake Forest, okay, the Demon Deacons to knock off Mississippi State, who I'm not saying is a powerhouse, but once again, they are from the SEC. That spoke volumes to me. And then to beat Virginia and the high-flying offense of Kevin Jennings and that SMU Mustang team. Very impressive wins for Wake Forest. So, my friends, I'm just going to say this. I'm not naming any team who's going to challenge Miami because there are at least 3 teams that I just mentioned in this video from the ACC that definitely can challenge the Canes in 2026 for that ACC conference. My friends, if you are new to my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click on the like button. Like always, please check out Super Thanks. Any donation to the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show is appreciated. And my friends, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to get back and respond to every comment that I do receive. So please comment down below. Like always, my friends, keep on watching, keep on liking, and keep on subscribing. Until next time, peace out. God bless you all. Stay safe. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. Keep on watching. And like I mentioned, my friends, even though college football is right around 4 months away, Buckeye Vinny here will be bringing college football videos early to all of you. I'm out of here.